What if one morning, you woke up lighter? Not because you dieted, but because gravity decided to take a break. Imagine the chaos and wonder of a world where gravity is on vacation. You'd find yourself floating out of bed, your feet never touching the ground. Everyday tasks would become extraordinary adventures. Picture yourself gliding to the coffee machine instead of walking. Reaching for your morning cup of joe would be like a slow-motion ballet, with every movement exaggerated and graceful. This isn't just a whimsical dream, it's a thought experiment that has scientists scratching their heads. They ponder the implications of a world where gravity is no longer the constant force we rely on. Gravity is the invisible glue that holds our world together. It's why we stick to the ground, why the moon orbits Earth, and why your toast always seems to land butter side down. Without it, everything changes. If gravity weakened, things would get quirky. Objects would float, and the simple act of moving from one place to another would become an adventure. Imagine trying to cook breakfast with everything floating around you. We might start bouncing instead of walking. Every step would send us soaring into the air, turning a simple stroll into a playful bounce fest. It would be like living in a world-sized trampoline park. Sports would become a hilarious spectacle. Basketball players would soar like eagles, making slam dunks from half court. Gymnasts would perform gravity-defying stunts, and soccer players would float as they kicked the ball. But don't pack your floating shoes just yet. While the idea of a gravity-free world sounds fun, it comes with serious consequences. Gravity weakening could have some downsides too. Our atmosphere, which is held in place by gravity, could drift off into space. Without it, we'd lose the air we breathe and the protection it provides from harmful space radiation. And nobody wants that. Gravity also plays a crucial role in the natural world. It helps plants grow by directing roots downward and stems upward. It allows rivers to flow and rain to fall, sustaining life on Earth. Without gravity, ecosystems would collapse, and life as we know it would be impossible. Scientists are constantly studying gravity to understand its mysteries and harness its power. From space travel to advanced technologies, gravity is a key player in our quest to explore and innovate. So while the idea of gravity taking a vacation is a fun thought experiment, it's a reminder of how vital this invisible force is to our daily lives. It keeps us grounded, quite literally, and allows us to live, work, and play in a stable environment. Let's appreciate gravity for the unsung hero it is, quietly working behind the scenes to keep our world in order. Without it, life on Earth would be a very different and much more chaotic experience. Remember Pangaea, the supercontinent from millions of years ago? What if I told you continental drift is still doing its thing, just very, very slowly? Picture this. You're sipping your morning coffee and BAM! Your house is suddenly beachfront property because North America decided to cuddle closer to Europe. Continental drift on fast forward would mean new mountain ranges popping up, oceans changing shape, and climates going haywire. Think volcanic eruptions, earthquakes, and a whole lot of geographical surprises. Your next-door neighbor might become someone from another continent. Talk about awkward introductions. Hey there, I brought apple pie. What's a tectonic plate? Ever wish days were just a bit longer? Be careful what you wish for, seriously. If Earth spun faster, our days would be much shorter. Imagine trying to cram work, meals, and sleep into a 12-hour day. Impossible, right? We'd all be running on caffeine and sheer willpower. But there's more. Faster rotation means stronger winds, wilder weather, and our internal clocks going completely bonkers. Talk about a recipe for a global headache. Yikes. Section 4. Would buildings still stand? Asking for a friend? Buildings are designed to handle the Earth's current gravity and rotation. But if those factors went for a toss, our skyscrapers might start feeling a little queasy. Imagine the Leaning Tower of Pisa finally deciding it's had enough and taking a tumble. Or skyscrapers swaying like trees in a hurricane. Architects and engineers would have their work cut out for them, designing structures that can withstand a wonky world. Forget earthquake-proof buildings, we'd need gravity-proof ones. Section 5. Can we keep our hats on? Fashion in a low-gravity world. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare for a fashion revolution. In a world with less gravity, our clothes would need a serious redesign. Imagine dresses floating like parachutes, pants billowing like sails, and hats becoming a distant memory, unless you want to lose them to the stratosphere. Shoe designers would have a field day creating footwear that keeps us grounded. Velcro suits might become all the rage, helping us stick to our chairs during important meetings. Who needs gravity when you have style? Section 6. Hold on to your smartphones. Tech in a spin. Remember that feeling when your phone slips from your hand? Your heart skips a beat, and time seems to slow down as you watch it fall, hoping it doesn't shatter on impact. It's a moment of pure panic. Now imagine that happening at warp speed because Earth is spinning faster. The very ground beneath our feet is moving quicker, and our technology is struggling to keep up. Our tech would need some serious adjusting. Engineers and technicians would be working around the clock, recalibrating devices, updating software, and ensuring that our gadgets can handle the increased speed. Satellites might get dizzy trying to keep up with us. These crucial pieces of technology, which we rely on for communication, navigation, and weather forecasting, would be in a constant state of flux. GPS would probably send us to the wrong continent, which could be an adventure or a disaster, depending on how you look at it. Imagine planning a trip to Paris and ending up in Tokyo instead. And forget about streaming services. Your favorite shows and movies would be stuck in an endless loop of buffering, making binge-watching a thing of the past. With internet signals struggling to keep pace with a faster spinning Earth, we might have to go back to the dark ages of dial-up. Gasp! Remember the days of waiting minutes just to load a single web page? It could become our new reality. Our daily lives would be filled with tech frustrations. From missed calls to lost emails, the faster spin of the Earth would throw a wrench into our digital world. Scientists and researchers would be on a mission to find solutions. They'd be brainstorming, experimenting, and collaborating to ensure our technology can adapt to the new, faster pace of our planet. But with every challenge comes innovation. The tech industry would evolve, creating new devices and systems designed to thrive in this accelerated world. Our future could be filled with even more advanced and resilient technology. So, while the thought of a faster spinning Earth might seem daunting, it could also lead to incredible advancements. Hold on to your smartphones, because the tech world is in for a spin. Section 7. Keep calm and adapt on. Okay, maybe I've painted a slightly chaotic picture of what happens when Earth throws us a curveball. But let's face it, the unpredictability of our planet is part of what makes life so exciting. Imagine waking up one day to find that the landscape outside your window has completely changed. It might sound daunting, but it's also an opportunity for adventure and discovery. Humans are incredibly adaptable creatures. Throughout history, we've faced countless challenges and have always found ways to overcome them. Whether it's building shelters in harsh climates, developing new agricultural techniques, or inventing technologies to make our lives easier, we've always risen to the occasion. In a world with funky gravity, shifting continents, or shorter days, we'd figure out how to thrive. We'd invent new sports that take advantage of the unique conditions, create fashion that suits the new environments, and develop technologies that help us navigate and enjoy our ever-changing planet. Imagine playing a sport where you can jump twice as high because of reduced gravity, or wearing clothes that change color based on the weather. Engineers and scientists would be at the forefront, working tirelessly to create innovations that help us adapt. From gadgets that help us communicate across vast distances to machines that make our daily tasks easier, the possibilities are endless. And who knows, maybe these changes will lead to breakthroughs that we can't even imagine right now. Maybe a little planetary shakeup is just what we need to spice things up. It could bring communities closer together as we work collectively to adapt and thrive. Imagine the excitement of exploring new terrains, discovering new species, and experiencing the world in ways we never thought possible. Just remember, if you see a continent drifting by, don't panic. Instead, grab your camera and your sense of humor. Document the moment, share it with others, and find joy in the unexpected. After all, life is about making memories and enjoying the journey, no matter how wild it gets. So, the next time you find yourself in an unpredictable situation, embrace it with open arms. Laugh at the absurdity, adapt to the changes, and make the most of every moment. It's going to be a wild ride, but it's one that we're all on together. Remember, the key to thriving in an ever-changing world is to keep calm and adapt on. With the right mindset and a sense of adventure, there's nothing we can't handle. So buckle up, stay curious, and enjoy the ride.